What is going on, everybody? This is Striker, welcoming you back to episode number 239 here of the good old Minecraft Let's Play, guys. Now, I've had my thinking cap on this whole time, so you know, ya boy has been up to some work. So first off, I went ahead and placed all the coal that we had over here in this chest. There was like almost an entire row of the coal ore. So I'll just end up breaking that between this episode and next episode probably and get that all done and then put away in the chest. Also, I was doing some trading with the single villager that we have down there and ended up with 14 emeralds, which is pretty dope. I also found out that Podzol doesn't spread. The only way for you to get Podzol is to pick it up with a silk touch piece. So Podzol is out for what we can use as a garden. It would actually be kind of nice because it doesn't spread. So we're just going to have to transition to using coarse dirt, and I'll have to do some testing to make sure I can still plant flowers on it. Speaking of flowers, I went ahead and got a ton of flowers. Let me just bring you guys over here. Pow! So we now have a ton of flowers. Unfortunately, the orange tulips weren't all that plentiful, but it's okay. We got plenty of other tulips. Picked up some more ferns, and got a couple of rose bushes, some oxeyes. I mean, got pretty much everything over in the flower forest that isn't too far away from home. I also have been doing some work down here on the maps. We're now fully extended, and both the other wall over there, you can't really see it, but that one is identical to this one. This also shows our updated paths. Speaking of, I will show you the updated paths because a couple of these weren't done the last time you were here. So, what is also cool is you can see where the Christmas specials take place. Let me see if I can get a little bit of extra height up here. Christmas specials take place. That's Whoville right there. And that is the Mount Crumpet. And then we've got the Santa sleigh right there above the cursor. Now, over in this top right corner, just above that, so like right over here on this map, there is that one village that we found not too long ago. So I mean, if we go like this through here, travel through the middle of the mountain, pow, there's a village over there. And then I did, so first off, I did the upper part, and then I came back and did this part, and then I did this part. Well, on this part over here, I found a killer bunny here and here. So there's one in each of these locations. So, when it comes to the fact that our killer bunny area is completely empty, we should be able to actually get one of those guys back over. Now, it is going to be quite a trip, especially here. It's going to be a little bit harder because we're going to need to come through here, stay on land, and go all the way through the forest and back into here to that area right there. But we do actually have some killer bunnies over there that we can get to. I've also been working on trying to make like a master map. It's over here inside of the greenhouses, which, speaking of, I'm still super proud of this area, by the way. But I've been making a master map, which has... Okay, 1 out of 4 is the scaling, so it's a little bit bigger, and it's just going to go around the area where the base is at. So, I'm just waiting on all of this to grow to make more paper, to surround the map in paper. Then you have to go refill the map and everything. So, it's going to be a big old master map, and I'm thinking about making maybe 2 of them, one here and there, or just putting one here. That way it's like pretty much this whole area and one little map there, just for the funsies. Now, like I said, your boy has been working, so I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour outside, because I have done some extra things out here, hopefully. We don't have a whole lot of things spawned out here. There's a zombie over that way, but he's on fire. A couple of zombies. No, is that a skeleton? That's a skeleton. Wow, okay, this whole area was actually invaded. There's a skeleton. I'm just gonna wait on this zombie to die so I don't have to worry about him. Gotta keep our eyes out for creepers as well. Also, this is where I'm gonna be putting a flower bed, so I was like pulling out the area to kind of go with it. So we're not gonna do like symmetrical flower beds in some spots, most likely. So we'll see what happens, alright? Oh yeah, I still have my fortune pick for the coal. Anyways, so this path is here now. It goes over this way and into our strip mine. So we've got a pathway here completed. It runs up against the edge of the wall, which I think is just fine. I also removed the entire area that was the old dragon spawner, and then this is where the pathway is going to go. So I think what I'm going to do is locate the thingy like right over here. And then this pathway is basically just going to go straight, and then I'll turn it into a wraparound outside of the dragon egg thingy-majiggy. Also, speaking of dragon egg, I think I have that up in here. Yeah, so, as you guys know, in order to actually move the dragon egg, it has to become an entity. It can't just be a block, because if you punch it, it teleports. So it was up here floating, punched it once, it came over here. Punched it again, it came over here. And then I punched it again, and it disappeared. So I went down underground, and over here is where the nether wart is, and it actually tried to land where the nether wart is, but because it can't break blocks or break anything, it became an entity down there, so I was able to pick it up without having to pull out a piston for it. So yeah, this pathway will continue around there. We'll do the dragon egg thingy. It's going to be pretty big, I would assume, you know, kind of center it off here. And I'll explain what all these random sticks are. Let's see, nothing else has changed here. We discussed this last time. Okay, dog houses are fixed. We've got a little step up here. We've got concrete now, like the look of concrete. I'll probably actually trade these out for concrete eventually, but I went ahead and replaced all the blocks that were on the bottom parts that were, you know, concrete-ish, or supposed to be like supporting concrete. Not sure what color would use, probably gray. Maybe, well, I don't know, maybe light gray. We'll have to figure it out what color concrete works best. But I mean, I like to use the new blocks, especially, like concrete's pretty cool, so I don't know, we'll throw that into there. Anyways, this pathway is also, we obviously showed this off last time. I went ahead and used a ton of freaking iron, by the way, to make these as like the supporting pieces. I think it looks pretty cool, and it throws in a little bit of the brick as an accent as well. It's like supporting this area. I used a bunch of iron for something else too, and I don't remember what it was, but we're basically almost out of iron over here, so shout out to me for using all of our iron. I wanted to say I used it for the beacon, but I didn't. I don't know what I used it for, other than making all of these anvils, because that was a ton of anvils. And then we had the path go over here. So now this has a pathway up and over here. Same kind of situation. It's got the little cross beams of stone just about every 5. I think this area right here is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it makes kind of sense because, you know, this is like a transition here, flat piece transition, and then it goes up, transition, and then we're up to the top here. So like I said, this area still has to be updated, but we're good to go. And we also did the one over by the barn. So now everything does have a pathway. Right here, we got the step up. So this one I think is 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, this is 5. This is 5 blocks. And then pow, pow, and boom. So I did do a bunch of terraforming over here to kind of make it flow together. That way there wasn't a whole lot of exposed pathway. That way it actually like sat down into the ground. When it came to over here, there wasn't much I could do. I mean, I could put a block of grass here and there, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I kind of want it to be like natural, but also obviously I do things kind of like man-made at the same time. So like all of this area got pushed out. Got some dirt in here. Same situation. This dirt wasn't here. I actually had this like all the way cleared out as an access way through there, but this now has dirt here to kind of hide the pathway. This also sticks out here on each side, which I'm okay with. Let's see, what else is new? I don't think there's anything else but these sticks. So these sticks are obviously dark oak fencing. So these are going to act as manufactured trees. These are the tree trunks. Now I don't have them like all over the place, but I kind of went with like where I want the majority of them to go. Like we'll put one here, we'll put 4 of the trees here, there, and there. And what I'm talking about when I say like manufactured tree, it's a tree that I make myself. So all of these areas will have these little trees, and I think they're pretty cool. We can use oak leaves or whatever. So let's go ahead and do... which one is going to be a good example? We'll do this, because it's a small area. Oops, not that. I should probably grab my shears, just in case I misplace anything. Let me go ahead and do that. Shears, path. Okay, so we're going to do like this. And then I need blocks. There we go. Not torches. Blocks. And we'll come up here, and then we can go like this. And that's a tree. And then there will be like variants, you know, some of them will have little bits here or there or whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty simply put a manufactured tree. It's a tree that is created to be here. That's a small tree. Okay, there we go. And then we might do like that. I don't know. So a lot of these are going to be unique, different. I'll kind of come up with like a pattern for what I want these trees to look like. But nonetheless, there's going to be a bunch of these little trees all over here. And then underneath those trees, there's going to be an opportunity to put some flowers under here. Change out some of this to maybe some of that coarse dirt if I can get it to work. Or we can go with a different block even as like kind of like a mulch. I don't know. We'll kind of figure out what we're doing. But there's going to be a bunch of these little trees all over the place because it's going to kind of break up all of the just clear, flat, green space. And obviously there'll be some trees put in here and probably on the back side of the dragon egg spawner. But since we don't have that in yet, we'll just kind of have to go from there, you know, moving forward. But anyways, So these are all the pathways. The pathways are all done. We got all of these trees to work on. This whole area here, the animal farms, are going to change because we're gonna go ahead and start doing some more pixel art over here. I think it'll be kind of cool to do that. So I don't know about the main area. I also bred the cows because, as you can tell, I'm on a vegetarian diet now. I ran out of steaks through all of my adventuring. So let's see. What do I want to do now? I think what I want to do is actually try to go get one of those killer bunnies. I think that'll be kind of cool, a nice little challenge for us. So that should be, based off of our map, it should be to the west and to the north. So northwest. So we need to go out that way. So let's go ahead and take a little jaunt over there. And this is basically how I did it with the maps, is I took one of the corner maps, made myself go off of it in like both directions, and then just make maps and go down or sideways or whatever I needed to do. Okay, so, oh geez, I can't even traverse over these treetops. Also, makes me sad because this whole forest area out here is completely burnt down because lightning struck and it caught everything on fire. And like half of these trees, like all the way through here, were trees that I placed because I had to clear out a bunch of stuff to put in the gigantic mega mall. So, it makes me really sad. I mean, this fire reached really, really far. Now, if we keep going over this way, it should be a couple of blocks over this way. I don't know, like a couple hundred blocks almost. I don't know what the actual measurement is, but we're gonna go find this bad boy. Like I said, there's two of them out here. So we just have to find them, lure them back to our settlement area, and then put them inside of our killer bunny area. Now, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get two of them and put them both into the cage at the same time, or if we're just gonna be able to do one. I don't know, we'll have to take it and see just how horrible it gets when we're trying to catch them. Now, I did find them both kind of like in plainsy areas, so it's not that hard, actually. When I was going through, I kept seeing white bunnies. I was like, I bet you there's gonna be one of them that's a killer bunny. And sure enough, I actually found two of them. Did it on complete accident, but made sure that when I was running away, I kind of left them alone. That way, you know, I wouldn't have to worry about them getting lost or anything. I could be able to find them to do like here on camera. So there should be one right over here in this area. Just have to find the bunnies. I did see two bunnies over here on the left. I'm not sure if one of those is a killer bunny. An all-white bunny with horizontal eyes. There it is. See? Hi! The killer bunny. And he hits really hard. I don't know if you guys actually realize that. He took 1.5 hearts off, and I'm wearing full diamond armor and my thinking cap. So, I mean, I'm still wearing pretty decent armor. And I don't think it would be easier to lasso him. I think the easiest way to bring him over would just be to have him chase us like this. And it is a little annoying, and it can get us stuck in some pretty bad places. We also have to make sure we don't kill him going downhill and stuff like that. So, yeah, like I said, we found two killer bunnies, or I found two killer bunnies off camera. There is another one. He's a little bit more north that way. But I'm not going to deal with trying to get them both at the same time. That was an absolute menace to do the first time. And these killer bunnies, by the way, they don't spawn very often. It's like 1 in 250,000 will be a killer bunny. So we're definitely getting lucky. I found 4 of them so far. You know, the 2 that we had originally, one of them died when I tried to put it into the cage, and then the other one was in the cage for a while and then despawned when Minecraft updated. So I'm not sure how that actually worked, but it wasn't the best of situations. We're also going to run into the fact that it's about to be nighttime, and I don't know what to do about that. Because we're going to have to not let him die, for one, you know, creepers exploding would not be good. We're also going to have to watch our own back, because, you know, we don't want to die either. And, ow, with the killer bunny hitting as hard as he does, I mean, we're in for a little bit of a challenge on both ends. I'm going to have to go to this way. Come on, little man, where'd you go? Maybe I do need to lasso him. Maybe that would be easier. Where did he go? What? Did he get lost, or is he underneath these trees down here? What? Hello? Did I just... There he is. I was like, where'd he go? We're good? We're good? Can he follow us up trees? They don't seem to have a very far look. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Ow, jeez. I'm almost dead. He already took half my health on 2 hits. Okay, best thing for us to do would be to back away, make him lose us on the trail. Okay. I'll get these coordinates, and I'll bring a lasso out here and see if we can kind of lasso him. I think that might be a little bit easier. So we're looking at -300, -1000. Alright, so it's nighttime, it's treacherous, and I'm just going to go ahead and head back to the settlement area to go grab that lasso because I got a bunch of them. So we are going to bring this video to a close. I just want to make sure I get to high ground where I'm semi-safe. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow in the good old-fashioned 30-minute special.